Hello, and welcome back to Book Reviews with Emma. So today I'm going to be doing a spoiler-free review of Patricia Briggs' Moon Called, and it's the Mercy Thompson series. So if you're really into werewolves, vampires, like the kind of teenage romance, but you want more of an adult-like genre for this, this is your series. So Mercy Thompson is a coyote. She is not a werewolf, but it's kind of similar. She's smaller, not as strong, but oh my god, maybe she is as strong because she is a badass, she's a mechanic, and she is willing to stand up for herself and what she believes in no matter what, even if an alpha is challenging her. A leader of an entire pack who's also really hot is challenging her. So she does not try to get into too much trouble, but it always ends up that way, and when she gets into trouble with the leader of a pack, it gets a little complicated, and this is where the adult part comes into play, because this guy is very attractive and sexy. I mean, I just gotta say it, like, these books do not shy away from physical intimacy and all that stuff, and it's really compelling. You cannot put it down when you are in the middle of these books, and they just get better and better. The entire series slowly picks up and gets more and more intense, and like most books, the beginning ones are just building up the world, and then slowly things obviously get bigger and greater, and once you get through the first couple of books, you're not gonna want to stop. I think what sets this series apart from some of the other werewolf series is, first of all, the character is not this weak girl that's a human and all that stuff. Yes, she is not as strong as werewolves physically, but she is definitely not a weak person. She will not let anyone give her crap, and she tries to stay out of the way of most of the bad guys, which seem to keep continually growing as the books go on, but she's this mechanic and not some damsel in distress, which really makes the story better than most, like, the Twilight theme books. But I gotta say, Twilight got me into these, and I'm not gonna say anything bad about Twilight because it's pretty good when you really just want some nice romance and everything, but this is not nice romance. This is fiery, heated up romance. And with romance also comes lots of complications. So she's not exactly a werewolf, which brings in some tension within the pack, and there's just a lot of things that go on within the series and within the book, and I believe that this is a great little book to pick up. It's really thin. Like, the first couple of them for starting off series are only $8 and have around 250-300 pages, so you can really breeze through the first couple of them, and on a budget too. And so if you don't want to pay like the huge amount for the hardback Twilight books and you want to get a bunch of these for only $8, you really should, because they're especially great. These books are more mature because during some of the instances I was shocked by what Patricia was willing to write down and bring us in these books. And it's something that not a lot of other authors usually put in there, and the emotional baggage and everything that I had to get through and read in here it's deep, and it gets really deep in some of the last books, but I would highly recommend these if you like some drama, werewolves, vampires, all the stuff like that. It's a nice little universe. It's not too big and it's not too much to tackle, but it's got some great themes, and go ahead and check it out. It's, like I said, it's cheap, it's simple, and it's got a really great female narrator that is just badass, and I really personally love and adore female narrators that can handle their own, and it's not all about the love, it's about them growing in strength and confidence as well. And who can say they have read a book where the female main character is a mechanic? Like, I don't know, it's just a funny take on it. I enjoy these books. a couple critiques about it. It really builds off the world that we already know, and that's pretty nice. But also, compared to that, it really has a lot of Native American lore, and that's super interesting because, again, it's something that we don't see all the time, and something that's not explored enough in literature. And another little thing is, I am not the biggest fan of really short books. Like I say, it's 280-ish pages, and there's not that much to go through in that short of amount of time. So the build-up is quite fast, and the pacing is also really fast. But once the series gets going, it gets a little bit better, and I think the world gets explored a bit more than it was in the first couple of books. Critique is that it really just starts off and throws you right into the world without much going off of, and kind of expects you to know some things already. Like, I don't know that much Native American folklore, or I haven't read that many werewolf vampire-y books. I've only read Twilight and a couple things that just have vampires a little bit in them. And it just assumes a lot of me, and that's not too bad. Like, a lot of people coming to the series probably already know a lot, probably love and adore werewolves and vampires, but the coyote is a new thing that I've actually heard of, and I like just how new that this book is, even though it's an older topic, because werewolves, vampires, I mean, everyone knows about that, and it still creates a great new atmosphere that we want to get into. Alright, so, tell me if you've read this book, what you like about it, and anything else you want me to review. See ya!